Imagine standing face to face with a creature whose bite can become fatal in just a few minutes. Snakes. These cold-blooded creatures instill a primal fear in people, sending shivers down their spines with just their appearance. The chance of encountering the most dangerous of them is extremely low, but the mere fact of their existence makes us shudder. Which snakes are so venomous that their bite is a true death sentence? Get ready to find out who makes the top 10 most venomous snakes on the planet. Mulga Snake. In 10th place is Sedatus australis, known as the Mulga Snake or Brown King. Due to its distinctive coloration, it opens our list of the most venomous snakes. Native to Australia, the Mulga snake inhabits almost the entire country, except for the eastern coast and Tasmania. This snake belongs to the genus of black snakes, preferring to live in meadows, pastures, and forests. Brown kings can be found in areas close to water, and sometimes even in places where they accidentally crawl into local dumps. In terms of size, the largest representatives can reach 1.5 meters in length and weigh around 3 kilograms. But what truly makes the Mulga snake dangerous is its venom. In a single bite, a snake can release up to 150 milligrams of toxin, and in exceptional cases, up to 1,500 milligrams. It is astonishing that the Mulga snake can bite its prey up to 10 times in a row, ensuring that venom enters the bloodstream. After a bite, the venom destroys red blood cells, disrupting blood clotting. And although fatalities are rare, the powerful bite of the Mulga snake makes even experienced specialists exercise caution, as the Brown King is a force not to be trifled with. Black Mamba. The black mamba is a snake whose appearance and behavior instill fear even in the bravest. It ranks 9th. It inhabits the rocky savannas of Africa, preferring to hide in termite mounds, which is why it is often seen right on the ground. The color of the black mamba's scales varies from gray to dark brown. However, it got its name due to the black coloration of the inside of its mouth, which the snake displays when it feels threatened. The black mamba is one of the fastest snakes, capable of reaching speeds of up to 20 kilometers per hour, which allows it to not only react instantly to threats but also to be a formidable predator. Its length can reach up to 4 meters, and some individuals can even be larger, making it one of the longest venomous snakes in the world. Its venom, a mixture of neurotoxins, asparaginase, and dendrotoxin, causes paralysis of the respiratory muscles, making the bite fatal if help is not received in time. However, despite its fearsome reputation, the black mamba never attacks first and only strikes when threatened. Mambas are also interesting for their biology. Mating occurs during the rainy season, and the female lays up to 40 eggs, carefully guarding them. The main diet of these snakes consists of rodents, birds, and sometimes other snakes. With such speed, power, and hunting strategy, the black mamba is the true king of the African savannas, deserving of respect and awe. The Kasaka. The 8th place is occupied by the Kasaka or spear-headed viper. This is the largest snake of its kind, capable of reaching lengths of 2 to 2.5 meters. Its body is colored brown with distinct diamond-shaped patterns that help it blend perfectly with the surrounding nature. These snakes inhabit Central and South America, most commonly found on banana and coffee plantations, where there are plenty of small rodents, the favorite food of the caiman. A characteristic of the Kasaka, like other pit vipers, is the movable teeth on the upper jaw, which are pressed against the palate in their normal state. But at the moment of attack, they raise themselves, preparing to deliver a fatal strike. This structure makes the snake extremely dangerous, and the venom glands can produce up to 310 milligrams of toxin. A lethal dose for humans is only 50 milligrams, and the venom of the Kasaka causes vascular destruction, kidney failure, blood coagulation disorders, and in some cases, stroke. An astonishing case recorded by scientists once again highlighted the deadly danger of the Kasaka. It bit a worker on the plantation. But the tragedy did not end there. The wife of the victim, while cleaning his wound, herself received the toxin through a scratch on her arm. What became fatal? This story once again proves how treacherous an encounter with this snake can be, even when help seems safe. Boml. The Boml ranks 7th on the list of the most dangerous snakes in the world and stands out among others not only for its deadly venom, but also for its unique hunting style. This African species, primarily arboreal, prefers a concealed tactic, stealthily extending its body like a branch while waiting for prey to come closer. This method of camouflage allows the Boml to hunt while remaining unnoticed. However, the main cunning of the Boml is its unusual method of injecting venom. Instead of simply biting, the snake holds onto its prey, chewing it until the toxin gradually penetrates the tissues. This method makes the attack as effective as possible. The venom is a powerful hemotoxin that destroys blood cells, causing extensive internal bleeding and swelling, which prevents the injured cells from recovering. The venom of the Boml is so potent that without medical assistance, a person can die within a few hours. There have been several recorded fatalities in the history of observations, each demonstrating how dangerous this snake is even for experienced researchers. The danger of a bite is not immediately obvious. Symptoms such as swelling, bleeding, and weakness may appear after some time, making treatment particularly difficult. Although the chances of encountering a Boml are low, it is a deadly predator that should not be underestimated. Tiger snake. The 6th place is occupied by the tiger snake, one of the most widely distributed species found along the southern coast of Australia. This snake, although known for its calm demeanor, remains one of the most venomous land snakes. Its venom acts swiftly, especially on small animals, which die almost immediately after the bite. However, for humans, a bite from a tiger snake can be fatal if measures are not taken in time. The venom contains neurotoxins that affect the nervous system, leading to paralysis. Antidote. The only way to stop the action of the toxins is to administer it before paralysis begins. After that point, the antidote will no longer be effective. Tiger snakes prefer to avoid contact with humans and rarely show aggression. However, their high level of toxicity requires special caution. The venom is so potent that once it enters the bloodstream, it begins to act destructively within just a few minutes. The sand viper. The viper, or sand viper, is one of the most dangerous snakes. This species can be found in a variety of places, from the countries of the Persian Gulf in the west to India and Sri Lanka in the east. The northern boundary of their range extends even to Uzbekistan. The snakes inhabit hilly sandy dunes, clay and forest deserts, dense thickets of shrubs, coastal cliffs, and even old abandoned buildings. They adapt well to different conditions and can live at altitudes of up to 2,063 meters above sea level. It is indeed ranked 5th despite its modest size of only about 75 centimeters. It possesses a deadly venom, which has long made it a legend. The sand viper represents an incredible threat. It is said that a single drop of its venom is enough to kill an entire company of soldiers. Although many stories are exaggerated, a bite from this snake can indeed leave a person disabled. Its toxin destroys tissues and causes bleeding, even in areas distant from the bite. The sand viper is distinguished by its bright sandy coloration with white spots and light zigzags, making it noticeable but by no means less dangerous. Encounters with the viper in fields are particularly hazardous, as workers often become its victims. The sand viper is an active, agile snake that, unlike many others, does not always go into hibernation. In warm winters, it mates as early as January, and by March, it gives birth to 3 to 16 live snakelets. The sand viper rarely attacks large animals on its own. Its prey consists of small insects, spiders, and centipedes. But, sensing a threat, she actively defends herself, writhing and rustling her scales, and may attack. Its venom destroys the circulatory system, causing extensive bleeding. 1 in 5 people bitten by a sand viper dies. And although the snake avoids humans, an encounter with it can be fatal, especially if the person does not take action in time. Banded Crite. The banded Crite took 4th place, being one of the most venomous snakes in Asia. But its behavior is so unusual that it seems like two different creatures. A helpless host during the day and a deadly hunter at night. It is an amazing sight to see children in Asian villages playing fearlessly with this yellow and black snake. They toss it, pull it like a rope, and sometimes even make it a necklace around their neck. The banded Crite, however, almost does not react, merely hiding its head and trying to conceal itself among its own rings. This behavior is explained by the unique vision of the banded Crite. It has round pupils, which is rare for a nocturnal predator. Bright daylight seems to blind it, leaving it in a helpless state. The snake instinctively seeks to hide, avoiding movement so that no one disturbs it. But as soon as the sun sets, the banded Crite transforms into a ruthless hunter. Under the cover of darkness, it begins to move actively, confidently pursuing its prey. No one is safe from its attack. Snakes, lizards, amphibians, and sometimes even birds and fish become its victims. The night Crite is a completely different snake, capable of fiercely defending itself and is deadly dangerous. This is no joke. Its venom acts instantly, causing paralysis. Therefore, even an accidental encounter with this snake at night can have serious consequences. The banded Crite is a unique example that shows how nature has adapted it for life. During the day, it hides, helpless, while at night it displays all its strength. King Cobra. The king cobra, or Ophiophagus, is the largest venomous snake found in the tropical forests of South Asia and Southeast Asia. It is one of the top 3 most dangerous snakes. It can reach lengths of up to 5.5 meters, and its venom is a powerful neurotoxin capable of causing paralysis of the respiratory muscles. A full bite from the king cobra can be fatal to a human in as little as 15 minutes, and although the likelihood of death from its venom, about 75% of bites are non-fatal, with only 10% actually proving to be fatal. Interestingly, the king cobra can control its venom output. When encountering a human, it often makes dry bites, not releasing toxins, in order to conserve them for hunting. Its prey usually consists of other snakes, which is reflected in its Latin name Ophiophagus, meaning snake eater. The king cobra is patient and does not particularly enjoy feeding. It is a non-aggressive animal. In the event of an unexpected encounter with it, it is best not to make sudden movements, breathe calmly, and stand at its eye level. The cobra is likely to retreat, considering the person to be non-threatening. Coastal Taipan. The coastal taipan is one of the most venomous snakes in the world, with a bite containing enough venom to kill about 100 adult humans. It ranks second, even though it is the most toxic snake on the planet. No fatalities from bites of the coastal taipan have been officially recorded. The coastal taipan inhabits the southwestern regions of Queensland and the northeastern parts of South Australia. It is rarely encountered, as this snake prefers to spend the day in hiding and only comes out to hunt early in the morning. Although taipans generally avoid humans, when threatened, they warn of danger by bending their upper body into an S shape and directing their head towards a potential adversary. If this is not enough, they can deliver several quick strikes, each injecting a lethal neurotoxin that causes headaches, abdominal pain, vomiting, loss of consciousness, and paralysis. One of the components of the venom, the enzyme hyaluronidase, enhances the absorption of the toxin into the body, making it particularly dangerous. The average lethal dose for mice is only 0.25 milligrams per kilogram, making the coastal taipan the most venomous species among snakes. Although attacks on humans are rare, there is a known case in which an Australian teenager was bitten by a coastal taipan in 2017 while attempting to return it to its enclosure. Thanks to timely medical assistance, he survived. The Macquarie taipan. And finally, in first place is the desert taipan or Macquarie taipan. This is the most venomous snake on the planet. Can you imagine? Its bite contains taipoxin, a complex of deadly neurotoxins, procoagulants, and myotoxins that block the nervous system, causing paralysis, hemorrhaging, and muscle destruction. Despite its toxicity, the desert taipan is not aggressive and rarely attacks humans. All recorded bites occurred as a result of careless handling of this snake. Australians have long considered this snake to be almost a mythical creature. Legends surrounded her, but for a long time, no one could see her and survive. It was only in 1950 that young biologist Kevin Biden decided to venture into the desert regions of Central Australia to find and study this species. He managed to catch the snake. However, the bite of the coastal taipan proved fatal for the scientist. Thanks to his work, an antidote was created, which, however, must be administered within 3 minutes after a bite. The feature of the coastal taipan is the potency of its venom. 40 milligrams of this deadly mixture can kill up to 200,000 mice. Its toxin is 180 times stronger than that of the king cobra and nearly 10 times more powerful than that of the rattlesnake. One bite from a coastal taipan can kill up to 100 adult men. The venom paralyzes the respiratory system and causes death within 45 minutes if an antidote is not administered. The Macquarie taipan is found only in Australia, and its wild ancestor likely existed more than 10 million years ago, making it a true endemic of the Australian continent. Each of these snakes, from the king cobra to the desert taipan, possesses unique abilities and deadly traits designed for survival and hunting. These creatures rarely attack humans first, preferring to avoid encounters. However, encountering them requires respect and caution. By keeping our distance and respecting their natural boundaries, we can preserve this world of amazing creatures and their role in the ecosystem. I hope this ranking has revealed many interesting facts to you. Do you want to inspire and amaze people too? Join our team. We create content that captivates and inspires. If you are passionate about video editing, voiceover work, or writing engaging scripts, we would be happy to have you among us. Message our Telegram bot and let's make the world brighter together.